Hey there, creators. So, today I am going to talk about the YouTube algorithm and kind of the research I've done into it. And I compiled the data a little bit, and I have actually kind of somewhat figured out what the algorithm looks for right now for your videos. And now, obviously, the algorithm changes about once every like 2 to 3 months, so this will be outdated then, but then that also means I can kind of also make a video like this again. So, what does the algorithm actually look for in a video that promotes it as a good video? One, click-through rate. I think a lot of creators know this. YouTube has been pretty forward with like showing the click-through rate of your impressions to getting views on the video. They certainly look at that at the highest right now, and the best way to get a good click-through rate is SEO on top of attractive thumbnails, attractive descriptions, and attractive titles. That's going to be the best way to get a good click-through rate. And so because YouTube emphasizes so much on the click-through rate, you want to get that high as you possibly can without it being like kind of like a little fishy. Click-through rates will typically be lower on more impressions and higher on less impressions. That just tends to be how it is. And that's how like everything works out. I mean, if you really actually are interested, there's plenty of like Google search like map imprints that show how like the first result always gets a ton of clicks, and then like people kind of skip the second result for whatever reason, and maybe the third result, but then for whatever reason the fourth result gets like an additional amount of clicks. I'm not really sure what that's about. I'll have to do like maybe kind of like a research based on that as well at some point. But the algorithm definitely looks at click-through rate, and then it looks at how, and so watch time is important. Yes, don't get me wrong. Watch time is important. It's what the algorithm seems to actually look for, though, is do you generate additional clicks onto YouTube from your initial click onto that video? And the reason that the algorithm seems to favor this is because if they can get you clicking on a lot of different videos, the chance of you clicking on an ad that might appear on those videos is also up, which means YouTube gets a little bit more revenue. So that may be the reason that they have seemed to have it go along this route. But how it seems is that, and the reason I'm able to like kind of say this is just based on like research data of my own videos and research data of like videos that seem to perform well as well. So if you are able to get someone to click on something in your video, so this is where end cards and this is where end screens and also the cards feature comes into play, is being able to give something that people can actually click on. So like say you have a video about underwater basket weaving, and this is a tutorial, and then like you have like a time-lapse video of underwater basket weaving. You might want to put that in a card so that people might be tempted to go ahead and click it. And then that would actually make the video of your underwater basket weaving tutorial seem like a very good video for YouTube to promote. On top of this, YouTube seems to also promote the newest releases over like say older videos. This makes sense. I mean, like obviously things change as time goes on, so why would you not want to promote the newest things because I mean, why wouldn't you, basically? So just kind of realize, also kind of check on how much competition you have for like a new release. If you have a lot of competition, basically your video is just going to keep getting like re-indexed and all that on a new release. If you don't have a whole lot of competition, then you can kind of get a good amount of views this way by releasing a new video on a topic that is kind of old but is not really super covered as much anymore. The topic also has to be something that people would search up still as well, so just keep that in mind. Like say, I doubt people are going to be searching up festival tickets from like say 2015, but festival tickets of 2021, since most of the festivals are canceled now because of the virus that shall not be named. There's a good chance that if you do a video on that, you might get a whole bunch of views. So just keep that in mind. So I guess to summarize, what the algorithm looks at is it looks at click-through rate, looks at watch time for sure, and then it also looks at how many additional clicks you generate. And a click is just a form of engagement. So like if someone likes, if someone comments, if someone clicks on a card, if someone clicks on something on your end screen, if someone clicks on the suggested videos, all of those help your video. So just kind of try and get people to have stuff to click on, because that will actually benefit your video. It'll up it in the algorithm ranking, and you'll just get more views. So that's kind of how I have summarized that the algorithm has worked. If you guys have any theories about how the algorithm works, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'm always interested to kind of get more information and read a little bit more on some research topics that I'm very interested in. So hopefully this has helped you guys kind of figure out the algorithm, figure out how to kind of like hack the algorithm to your favor. And I look forward to hearing any success stories from, trying to implement more clickable kind of tactics. So yeah, that's going to be it. We hope you guys will enjoy this update. And then if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to VidEdge for more YouTube advice, research, and stuff like that. And also we have started doing weekly playlists again, so another reason to subscribe so that you can actually get on that weekly playlist opportunities as well. So we will see you guys later, and goodbye.